It's your boy, Marky. Yo. And we back at it again with another reaction. You know, today we got NBA legends talking about Larry Bird once again, how assassin he was, you know. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. And make sure y'all continue to keep praying and praising God every single day. Because without God, we are nothing at all. And hopefully I'll become one of y'all favorite reactors. And let's get straight into this banger.
I gotta go with Larry Joe.
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck.
He was not a nice guy.
He said pain in the neck.
Bird was so good, it's frightening.
Come on, frightening.
Larry Bird wasn't just another player in the NBA. He was a straight-up nightmare.
Wow.
His skills on the court were lethal, but it was his mindset that made him so terrifying. Bird didn't just show up to play. He showed up to dominate, to break you mentally, and to take your will right along with the game. He had the shooting touch, the basketball IQ, and the ice-cold demeanor that made opposing teams dread every minute he was on the floor. If you were guarding him, you knew it wasn't just about stopping his shot. It was about surviving his relentless trash talk, his mind games, and his ability to hit clutch shots from anywhere. Whether it was knocking down a three-pointer in your face or dropping a dime that left you looking foolish, Bird knew exactly how to get under your skin and make you question your every move. And during his prime, he was averaging 30 points a game, shooting over 40% from three, all while averaging 10 rebounds and 7 assists a game. Those are unreal numbers, especially at a time when the league wasn't playing at the modern pace and free-throw rates. But don't just take it from me. Here are NBA legends breaking down just how frightening Larry Bird was during his prime. Let's get into it.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident." He was confident. You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
I can't believe these real stories.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him. He tells me, he says, "Fly, Bird." And I go right by him and he shoots the ball. It's nothing but nylon. Larry Bird was a pain in the neck. Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that. Larry Bird.
Look at that hustle. Ooh.
There was a certain confidence you had because, you know, if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way. And he delivered.
Double teaming Bird.
Look at that. That's tough shot right there. Tough shot. That's tough.
Larry told all of us and the media, he said, "Tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed."
I remember
That's
because
a
I was
bad
there,
man.
and it was at a time when, McHale was still coming off the bench. And so he scored the first 8 points of the game left-handed. and Jerome
Like, who's doing this
guarding
in
him
today's
at the time, and McHale yells out, "Hey, Jerome, wait till you start shooting right-handed."
You know, he would get insulted if a player switches on him, and if he's a good player, decent player, and if he switch on Larry said, "I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me." He said, "No, I don't even want to play no more." He would drop the ball and take a turnover, and I'm looking at this guy like he's nuts.
Xavier McDaniel's story where he fake here, shoot it there. And he did exactly, and it had nothing to do with the play call.
Right.
Like our coach would call timeout, and we're gonna do this, and like we walk on the court, and Bird just looks at me and goes, "No, give me the ball right there." And then he does what he told McDaniel he was gonna do.
You had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. That was a tough night, man. The biggest argument
like a
that
horror-
night is
horror
scored
story.
6 on me.
Scary Michael Myers movie.
But we were trying.
You were trying to.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots,
That's hard to do.
Talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans.
You were playing the Hawks, and it was one of those times they were playing some home games down in New Orleans.
In New Orleans, I'll never forget that game. He was so hot, he started shooting threes with his left hand.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Yeah, he did.
And he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, "Off the glass into the trainer." And so it was a bad night.
If there's a draft,
Oh my God.
you can take Bird or LeBron. Larry Bird at his best, LeBron James at his best.
What rules are we playing
We're playing today's rules.
So 30-year-old Larry, 30-year-old LeBron. Oh, I gotta go with Larry Joe. I gotta go with Larry Joe.
Wow.
In today's rules, you can't touch him.
Okay, give me Bird's stats at 30.
At 30.
30 points a game, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
How y'all
2
feel about
steals,
this?
And a block.
Can I answer that question now? Larry Joe.
Yeah.
Larry Joe for the win.
Kevin McHale had just broke the Celtic record. He scored 60. And he went up to Kevin and said, you know you're not going to hold that record too long. The next game against the Atlanta Hawks, Larry Bird went out and scored 65 or something like that. I mean, just putting on a show. That's who Larry Bird was. Walked into the All-Star game. All 9 other three-point shooting contestants were already in the locker room. He said, which one of you guys coming in second? That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy.
I was recalling a conversation we had years ago when you were talking about when Magic hits the sky hook in the Garden and Boston still has 1 possession left and you have one job to do.
Yeah.
Don't lose sight of Larry Bird.
I failed. I failed.
Sneaky
How did you
player.
lose sight of Larry Bird?
You know, Larry was so smart that I don't know what they ran, the play call, but he diagrammed something where Danny Ainge was in the corner, right? So I had Cooper between, me and Danny Ainge. So I was trying to deny Larry Bird.
He
And
made
then when the
that
referee gave him the ball, I realized what was happening, but it was too late.
crazy.
He kept pushing me up a little bit, and then
That's a
Danny
good
Ainge
play.
cleared out.
That's a good
And that
play.
whole side was open. And when that ball was in the air, I was like, I'd already thrown the ball away in game 2 in 1984. And now I'm thinking, what a defensive dummy, allowing him to get the ball. He saw me coming. He didn't have much time. And I think he did see
Look at
me
that, he like,
out of his eye. But he doesn't miss that shot.
yo.
So I just was lucky. Very lucky.
When I played, Larry Bird was the only one I feared. A lot
Wow.
of black guys always ask me, could Larry Bird really play that good? I said, man, Larry Bird was so good, it's frightening.
Wow.
If you put all of us in a room, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
How y'all feel about that? Y'all think Larry Bird be the one that walk out the room at the end of the day, or Jordan?
Matter of fact, there was one game in Cleveland where he was having a pretty rough first half. And in the old days in Cleveland, you walked off the court the same way at halftime, and I kind of puffed up on him and walked beside him and was like, yeah, you're 1 for 10. I was like, that's defense, And
Wow.
he just kind of looked at me and he said, there's 2 halves. And he came back out and hit about 10 in a row on me. And the last one was left-handed. And he asked me if my mother was watching because
Woo!
he wanted
Was
to
your
embarrass
mother
me.
watching?
Did you guard Bird?
Gosh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Successfully? No. Did I guard him? Yes, but no.
Wow.
This is,
But if he liked you, he probably didn't talk trash to you.
oh, he talked it all the time. He was constantly talking. Like, it was a trip that even I looked at the video when Dennis Rodman's leg gets caught in his neck and Bill Laimbeer, and he goes down and he's punching Bill. The first person I went to grab was Larry to pull him off, and then DJ grabs me. I said, I'm trying to get him off him. And then we get out the way and I mind my business. Because, at that time, I'm totally not understanding everything. But Larry was, he would talk and he would say, Sal, you better ask for a double team, bro.
Wow. Wow. Larry Bird, man. This man is just insane, bro. These story times just get better every time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love watching Larry Bird. It's like I learn something new every time about him and Michael Jordan. Every time. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Thank y'all for just watching my video. Y'all let me know in the comments what's y'all favorite moment of Larry Bird. I would love to hear it out. What was y'all favorite moment of Mr. Bird himself? And make sure y'all please subscribe, bro. Please. We're on the road to 15K. And I love y'all, and your boy Markio is out. Have a blessed one.